Hello everybody, my name is Kenya K. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel today. I was working on the thumbnail for the Super Mario Mon thing, and so all of my soundproofing got thrown all over the place because I constantly move things around. And I forgot to put them back up, and I put them all back up in the span of me talking just now. Get over there! I have like soundproofing all over my desk, but I also have a bunch of like wires and stuff all over my desk. And I have to move all the soundproofing and the wires off my desk whenever I like do things. Whenever I have to do anything involving drawing, because I have a giant, well, it's not that giant, it's like a decent sized touch drawing pad thing. I don't remember what they're called. I used to remember what they were called, and now I've completely forgotten. Like, let me change this first. So how was your day? I was streaming for like 6 hours yesterday, playing Mario Mon, and I completely forgot to drink my tea, and then so I woke up, and then now my throat is very sore. It is very quite sore. I gotta remember to drink more. I say I gotta remember to, but I never do. I never do because I always forget, because that forgetting is not remembering. If I would remember, then that means I would not I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. Anyways, we're playing Dark Magician Primite today. Hopefully everyone's having a good time. I had some like pizza and some salad for lunch. It was alright. It was just some Costco pizza. I can't really eat Costco pizza anymore, because, like, yeah, it's a lot. It's really affordable, but also Costco pizza is kind of plain, so I put, like, a bunch of chili pepper on it. And it was like, oh, it's finally, it's not real food unless I'm in excruciating pain. So here's the deck. I'm running 2 copies of Dark Magician, 1 copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon, 3 copies of Effect Veiler, 3 Magician's Souls, 2 Max C, 1 Magician's Rod, 1 Ash Blossom and 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Primite Dragon Ether Barrel, 1 Magnuma Hut, 1 Druid Swarm, 1 Ball Drake, 1 Timaeus the United Dragon, 2 Bestial Lubellion. 48 cards, okay? Yeah! I'll get to that later. I'll get to that after I finish saying all the cards. 3 Illusion of Chaos, 1 Red Eyes Fusion, 1 Mausoleum of White, 1 Magician's Salvation, 1 Dark Magical Circle, 1 Branded Regained, 3 Primite Lordy Load, 2 Called By, 1 Crossout, 3 Soul Servant, 1 Secrets of Dark Magic, 1 Primite Roar, 1 Drill Beam, 3 Imperm, and 1 Eternal Soul. So I should probably get rid of some of the cards here. I am running a very large deck for several reasons. 1, because I'm running 3 Garnets in here. Ideally, I'd rather only run like 2 of these, but I kind of need the second Dark Magician, because if I draw Dark Magician, then basically, I'm basically just dead. If I draw a Dark Magician and I don't have another Dark Magician in my deck or graveyard, I'm basically just dead. So that's why the second copy is in here. I should probably get rid of a couple more of these cards. I want to get rid of the Bestial Lubellion, but maybe it'd be better just get rid of Branded Regain instead, because Branded Regain doesn't really do anything, it's just a win more card. Bestial Balldrake, I could cut it, but I would like it to be in my deck. I could cut Mausoleum of White. Mausoleum of White's only purpose is to dump Dark Magician into my graveyard. So, and then, so far in testing, I've never summoned it, so maybe I should get rid of it. I guess I'm gonna keep it in for now, and if I need to get rid of it, I'll just cut it. Hey yo. Also Gene Carter, hello, welcome to the stream. Army Productions, hello, welcome to the stream. In the extra deck, I'm running 1 Dark Magician of the Dragon Knight, 1 the Dark Magicians, 1 Dragoon, 1 Master of Chaos, 1 Typhon, 1 Immaduk, the the World Chalice Dragon, 1 Artemis, the Magistus Moon Lady, 2 Spirit with Eyes of Blue. I should probably cut the second one. 1 Seals, 1 Verte Anaconda, 1 Dark, 1 SP, 1 Celine, Queen of Master Funny Lady, and 1 Axis Kotaker. What did I need the Blue Eyes engine for? Basically, its only purpose is to... Hold on, I need to plug in my laptop. Okay. Its only purpose is to dump Dark Magician into the graveyard. Basically, I just summon a Spellcaster, which this deck has surprisingly less Spellcasters than I thought it would. And then I go into that, and then that gets me the Field Spell, and the Field Spell just dumps a Dark Magician. That is its only purpose. And then... Now that I think about it, Spirit with Eyes of Blue does lock me, so... Maybe? Huh. You know, is this Blue Eyes package just like Disneyland? Because you can't actually get rid of the Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Like, ideally, you'd link it off into spheres, but what am I going to be using to link it off with? My brother just run foolish at that point. You're probably right. Yeah, I was thinking that I could dump it with that, and then link it off into a spheres, but this deck doesn't exactly spam monsters, so getting in more material for spheres probably isn't going to be that good. Okay, in that case, I'll just get rid of that. I don't actually know what this is for. I saw a deck list running this, but I don't know why this is here. Maybe it's because of this. Send this card to the graveyard. Send one. Oh, I don't actually know why this card is here. It's probably for something. It's probably for Celine. It is probably for Celine, but I don't remember what Celine does. Once per turn, during the main phase, Quick Fit can remove 3 spell counters, special summon a spellcaster from your hand or graveyard. This card's link summon, place spell counters on this card equal to the number of spells on the field and in the graveyards. What is this for? I don't remember. I could just cut it, because for the life of me, I don't remember what this is for. No, I'll just cut it. Now I have to find something else to put in here. What do I put in the extra deck? I don't know. I don't play Dark Magicians. Nothing really in the extra deck. Maybe I could include another copy of this. Maybe I can include another copy of this. I want to include another copy of this, but... Actually, no, there's no point. I don't have a way of summoning another copy of this anyways. Maybe I just... Oops. Not that one. Maybe I just, like, put another copy of this. Do people run Amulet Dragon? I don't think so. I think Amulet Dragon is kind of garbage. Yeah, Amulet Dragon doesn't do anything. Maybe I just add another copy of Typhon in here. Because there's not a whole lot else I can put in here, because Dark Magician doesn't use the extra deck at all. Unless if I can put this thing. This one looks fancy. Level 7 or higher dragon or warrior. If this monster... Okay, this does piercing. Once per turn when your opponent when your monster destroys another opponent's monster by battle. Okay, so already I can tell that this card doesn't do anything. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon one Dark Magician and one Gaia the Dragon Champion. But what is this for? What is the point of this card, Konami? I guess I can just go like that. I'll just have 2 copies of Typhon in here. I run 2 Dragoons, but that's just me. I could run 2 Dragoons, but the main issue is that I only am able to run I'm only able to summon 1 Dragoon because I only have 1 Red Eyes Fusion in here. Actually, can this fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck, use monster for hand field, including Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl as fusion material. Actually, no, yeah, I can summon it with this. I'd have to make another Dark Dragoon, though. Necrofusion for Dragoon spam. Let me put in the Foolish first. Actually, no. Does this deck even need Foolish? I don't think this deck needs Foolish, because... yeah, you want the Dark Magician in the graveyard, but putting it into the graveyard by itself doesn't do anything. So maybe I just not run the Foolish. Necro Fusion? Don't remember what that does. Oh, it's a trap card, which means that it's automatically probably not very good. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials. Yeah. Yeah, it'd probably be better to just run another copy of Secrets of Dark Magic by that point. I've been hopping from stream to stream looking for a strong duelist. Well, you've made it to the wrong place because I think I kinda suck at this game. Well, I think I'm above average, but I have terrible luck, which drops my skill down to probably garbage. Actually, you can probably get it into the graveyard just by linking it off into Verte or Charmer. Hey Ken, sup Captain? Liquid Rax, hello, welcome to the stream, hello. V Phoenix, hello, welcome to the stream. Choco Vanilla Cheesecake, hello, welcome to the stream. I could... I think it's probably better to just... well, I am only running 1 copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon, though. So... and I really don't want to run 2 copies of Red Eyes Black Dragon. Then again, I could just fuse with another copy of Dark Magician. It doesn't have to be Red Eyes Black Dragon that I fuse it with. I'm already running a bunch of Bystials. So maybe I do make the 2nd Dragoon. You know what? I have enough URs. So I think I can afford to make another Dragoon. You know what? I'm going to keep it like this for now. And if I need to make another Dragoon, I'll just make another Dragoon. But I don't really want to make another Dragoon because most decks only run 1 copy. No, I don't want to do the dual trial. What the... why is it giving me this tutorial now? Master Duel's being weird. Okay, so that's basically the Dark Magician Primite deck. I have no idea how it's going to perform. However, I am in gold. So I have no idea what's going to be in here. I could be running vanilla pre-structure deck Blue Eyes. I could be facing off against pre-structure deck Blue Eyes in one moment, and then Fiendsmith Yubel in the next duel. I'm SOD in Master Duel. Black Sheep, I faced many challenges, some champions. I now am dueling till I'm burnt out and quit Master Duels. Why are you like this, Konami? What am I supposed to do with this hand? But what do I do? What does this hand even do? Explain yourself, Konami. How does the Dark Magician deck combo? Where's the one-card combo? I heard you like those. What does this even do? Place one card on the top of your deck from your hand. Deck graveyard. Okay. During your main phase. Okay, well I guess I just die now. You know what the problem is? I think the problem is I didn't have enough hand traps. Clearly the problem, if you open poorly, it just means that you didn't have enough hand traps. And if you open multiple copies of the same card, it just means that you don't have enough cards in your deck. So clearly 48 cards wasn't enough. Gave up too easily. I've played way too many games where I just open up absolutely nothing. To be perfectly honest, I don't really want to play those games anymore. I'm kind of sick of them. Okay, so I can actually do stuff now, probably, maybe. Called by the Grave finally decided to exist. Got 4,000 plus gems. I will not spend in most of it until Odeon Pack will be released. I'll spend on Season Pass. Excuse me, Konami. I heard it was my turn. Why is my opponent playing on my turn? Okay. I don't actually know how to get to Dark Magician with this hand. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Konami? See, this guy clearly has enough hand traps. That's the big problem, right? If your opponent out hand traps you, that just means that you need to add more. Okay, so I think I can get to Dark Magician with this, but like, is there a point? Well, actually, no, I can grab the drill beam. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't even need to call by that drill, because Ether Barrel doesn't add to hand, it just sets to your field. But like, what do I do now, though? I don't actually know what I'm supposed to be doing now. I mean, ideally, I'd summon that, but then what? I can't go into Verte Anaconda because this locks me. Maybe... Okay, new plan. Maybe I just go into that. Maybe I just go into Imduck the World Chalice Dragon? And just go Spheres? Is that really the option here? Just go Spheres? I don't even know what this deck does. Face me, let's see if you're the challenge I've been waiting for. Somehow I doubt it. I have no idea how this deck works. But I can open up a duel room after this duel. Is just... I don't know. So far, all I'm seeing is Spheres pass. Well, I guess I just do that. I do have a drill beam. I can bounce something back with spears. And then summon a Dark Magician. What the heck am I supposed to do? How do you... Where's the one card combo, Konami? How does this deck work? This might be another Blue Eyes deck moment again. They gave all the support to Blue Eyes, meanwhile Dark Magician is just sitting there doing nothing. Well, I guess I just bounced this back. Let's go! Dark Magician, it did something! What the heck? Bring it on, I'll go easy, I'll let you go into your combos and give you some tips. Does Dark Magician have any combos, though? I don't think Dark Magician has any combos. I think it just summons Dragoon Pass, basically. I think it just summons Dragoon Pass and then dies to a Kaiju. I don't think it does anything else. Okay, let me grab this. And I'll put this on the thing. Okay, there you go. Okay, there's the room. Maybe just add more hand traps to this? Well, because this deck already has a bunch of consistency issues. But I also need to run like 11 bajillion hand traps, otherwise the deck doesn't function. But if I don't draw into specifically like Magician's Rod, or other Dark Magician stuff, or Illusion of Chaos, then the deck also doesn't function. Maybe I get rid of a Bestial Lubellion. I guess I'll just have one copy of this in here. Do I even need Bestial Lubellion in here? It does get me a Bestial monster, but like... what do Bestials do in this deck? Because you didn't have a clue on how to combo with Blue Eyes. That I meant with Blue Eyes moment. Well, I know how to combo with it now. The problem is that I don't think Dark Magician has any combos. I don't think it has any one-card starters either, because... like, you need to put... the Wall? Eternal Wall? I don't remember what that card is called for some reason. Let me see the deck. Eternal Soul, yeah. The Eternal Wall. Eternal Wall. I think you need to get that on the field, but you need to get that plus Dark Magician plus Dark Magical Circle, and I don't exactly know how to do that. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. I don't think you can with a single card. Meanwhile, Wishes for Eyes of Blue exists. Oh. Drop one DM. I could. The issue is that... does Redis Fusion work if Dark Magician is in my hand? From your hand, deck, or field. Okay, so it still works if it's in my hand. I'll keep the shiny one that the game gives you for free. Therefore, the regular version of Dark Magician is more rare. I guess it's not that much of an issue if I just draw the Dark Magician. Not entirely sure how to get to Secrets of Dark Magic, though. I think, like, it's a very toolboxy deck, but getting your toolbox to work in the first place. Add another circle. Why do I have 5 circles? How did I get 5 of these? And that's probably fine. I don't remember what circle does. I think circle does banish stuff, but I don't remember what else it does. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal one of them. There's Dark Magician, Spell Trap, that mentions Dark Magician. Add it to hand. Okay, so that's what that does. Lose the Max C's. Lose the Max C's in this Max C format? I don't think that's a good idea, personally. Because I'd rather lose one of the other hand traps than Max C, because Max C is just too broken. I even got rid of the Fuvalos because his deck didn't have enough space. But I do think the Max C is mandatory in pretty much every deck. I'd rather lose the Bestial Lubellion than I'd rather lose the Max C. Still have draw power in your spells. Do room codes is so pointless. You can basically find the room without using the code. I don't know, man. Konami has said that this game has to be the most complicated thing in existence. Adding friends, adding your Steam friends to your friend list is so complicated in this game. And I'm like, or I can just right-click their name and add friend. Wouldn't that be funny? Why do we have to jump through 17 different hoops just to add a friend? I think I'd rather keep the list like this. Had to scroll down the room until I find the username. Which one are the cards that draw me cards? During your main phase, you can banish this card from graveyard. Draw cards equal to the number of Dark Magician and or Dark Magician Girl. Okay, so there's that. Skill issue, just don't have friends. True. And then there's that. I guess Magician's Souls does draw me cards, but I think I'd rather draw more cards. I think I'm gonna keep the Max C for now because it does disincentivize your opponent from summoning everything when they go first. Dark Magician Girl? Does Dark Magician Girl do anything in this deck? Oh, wait. Oh, the Dark Magicians is a card that exists. I don't actually remember what this card does. Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl plus 1 Spellcaster. Once per turn, if a spell trap card or effect is activated, you can draw a card. If it's a spell trap, set it. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon both one Dark Magician and one Dark Magician Girl from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Add the fusion Dark Magicians. With this one that's already in my deck, do I need to add like another copy of it? Because personally, I don't think Dark Magician Girl does anything. Because she's just there, but realistically, you're only going to be summoning her off of the Dark Magicians. And she doesn't do anything while she's there. She just sits there and waits to be attacked. Because at least with Dark Magician, you can banish something with Dark Magical Circle. Unless if there's another card that interacts with Dark Magician Girl. Add DM Karibo. A Magic Karibo? Does this Magic Karibo do anything? During the main battle phase, if you took damage by battle or opponent's card effect, you can send this card from your hand or graveyard, special one Dark Magician or one Dark Magician Girl from your deck or graveyard. Face-up spellcast monster you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect. And add this card from your graveyard to your hand. I don't think this card does anything. It summons a Dark Magician when something gets destroyed, but realistically, that doesn't do anything unless Dark Magical Circle is already on the field. And I think this deck has consistency problems as it is, because I'm already running 2 Garnets. And a bunch of Primite Dragon stuff, and Eternal Soul, which is also going to break my hand. Bond between teacher and student. To set Dark Burning Magic to pop the board. What is Dark Burning Magic? Dark Burning attack. Destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. So what you're telling me is this is worse Raigeki. I'm gonna keep Maxi in here, because I think Maxi is too good. It's just too broken to not have in every single deck. The other one, Quick Play spell. Why are they so complicated to name? I'm not sure which one it is. Bond between, wait, what was it? Dark Burning Magic? Bond between teacher... Oh! Why are they just the same thing? You control monsters whose original names are Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. Destroy all cards your opponent controls. I think at that point, it's being a little too complicated, because it requires you to set up your board a lot. Quintet. Magician. Must be fusion summoned. If this card's fusion summoned using 5 spellcaster monsters. Do I run 5 spellcaster monsters in this deck? I think most of the cards in my deck are dragons. You can destroy all cards your opponent controls. This face-up card in the field cannot be tributed nor used as fusion material. Also, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. But it can be targeted non-destruction removal. It dies to spheres. Okay, so there is... I can set this to summon it during my opponent's turn. But that does seem a little complicated, unless if this allows me to summon using stuff that's not specifically in my hand. Magicalized Fusion summons Quintet. That's a lot of magicals. I think I remember what it looks like. Okay, apparently I don't remember what it looks like. Equalized Fusion. Oh, that one. This is more of a going second card. Which, I think your opponent can probably just negate this. I don't think I have enough spellcasters. I don't think I run enough spellcasters in this deck to run this. So, I don't see myself summoning that. Realistically, I think it's better to just go into Dragoon. You have 4. Does it require 4 different ones? Five spellcaster monsters. I have... Do I want to use Effect Veiler as fusion material? Ditch one Ash and one Max Save. I think I'd rather ditch the Effect Veiler, because I think Ash is just better. Need to slim the deck. I think I'd rather ditch the Effect Veiler. And I'd rather ditch the Bestial Lubellion. Because I was running the branded continuous spell. I don't remember what it's called, but I just cut it, so I don't think I need the Bestial Lubellion anymore. I can fuse it into Dragoon, but I think at that point it'll be better to just go into Verte Anaconda to fuse into it. And... that's probably fine. I'm no longer running the Blue Eyes stuff, so I don't need Effective Healer anymore. I use the Illusion Monster of Dark Magician, and I can summon Dragoon turn 1. I don't remember what the Illusions monsters do. Illusion, illusion, illusion. But what if I run Alzet? I guess I don't really want to use Millennium stuff in here. I don't really like Millennium. Millennium isn't really Millennium anymore. It's basically just... Millennium has been degraded to Fiendsmith Engine. Normally the ones related to Chimera. I do want to make that a deck eventually, but it is kind of expensive. Because it runs a bunch of URs that I don't have. I think that is probably fine. I think a 43 card deck is probably fine because I am running 2 Garnets. And I think I am running enough Searchers to relatively get this working. It really is. How's it going? Antonio Williams, hello, welcome to the stream. Okay, so that's probably fine. I still don't think this deck does anything going second. It is running a lower number of hand traps than I would prefer. I'm in the room. Okay, I guess I'll just go down the list then. But realistically, this deck isn't going to do anything anyways, so maybe I shouldn't worry about it that much. Even Red Eye's Primite is probably better than this deck. Or at least I do like the Red Eye's Primite stuff better than Dark Magician. I've never really been that big of a fan of Dark Magician. Well, I like Dark Magician, it's just I don't like how it plays that much. I think it's too reliant on setting up the circle and the funny wall thing. Which I'd rather just set Metal Morph and then just use it that way. Eternal Soul doesn't even count towards your daily mission because you don't activate it, you just... Actually, no, I think you do activate it. But Red Eyes can activate it faster! Also, Eternal Soul just kills you. Okay, let's see here. Is this one's hard ones per turn? Yeah, this is a hard ones per turn. Okay, so I think I grab this thing. I don't remember what this card does. Okay, I think I grab this thing. And then I return that to my deck. I don't remember what this card does. So I think I summon that. And then it instantly gets negated. What do I add? Is it this thing? Do we add that thing, or do I add something else? I think I add this thing. I don't remember how this deck works. Can I verse you next in the list of people? There is currently a line, but if you're in line, I would go down the list. Set a card. Okay, so that set that in my pendulum zone because pendulum things, and then now what do I do? What do I do now? How does this deck work, Konami? I don't understand how this deck works. Well, I guess I just die now. I don't understand how this deck works. Maybe I should have added something other than Magician's Salvation. Because I don't have Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, and I don't remember how to get to it. You know what would have solved this? If I added the Blue Eyes package in here, I could have gotten Dark Magician out. Then again, I wouldn't have been able to get the circle out, so maybe that wouldn't have done anything. I've been waiting for my rematch, Ken, since the last time we dueled. Okay, a crow. It has been DD'd. Does this do anything other than summon Dark Magician? Yeah, it adds Dark Magic attack and 1,000 Knives, but like, who is actually running that? I think I just die here. I can't do anything versus this. None of my cards actually do anything. I don't think Magician's Salvation does anything either. Normal summon Dark Magician Girl. If you normal special summon one Dark Magician Girl, it does other things. A different name than that monster. Dark Magician Girl doesn't do anything though. I'm already running 2 Garnets on my deck. I don't think there's a point to run the 3rd one. If you have bad hand and can survive, just set Servant and at end phase activate to add Illusion of Chaos to hand during draw phase. Unfortunately, that doesn't work because Illusion of Chaos is hard once per turn. I don't know. I guess I just add the circle, but I'm probably just dead anyways. With the effective DD Slime, you can banish this card from the graveyard. Oh. Oops. I'm too busy trying to figure out what this deck does. And I'm not really paying attention to my opponent. Soul Servant doesn't do anything either right now. I mean, I know that most decks run 3 copies of these. I know most decks run 3 copies of these, but personally, I'm having a hard time figuring out what it does. Because you do need Dark Magician on your field or graveyard, I think, in order for it to do anything. Otherwise, just put something on the top of your deck. Meanwhile, every single other archetype has cards to just add things. Also, there's absolutely no way I'm surviving this turn, so I'm not going to be able to activate this anyways. Unless if Magician's Rod has some kind of weird effect. Some weird effect that prevents me from taking damage. No, it does not. Does this have some kind of weird effect that prevents me from taking damage? What is going on? Target that thing? Well, I guess I just use this then. This card in my hand doesn't do anything either, because I don't have the required stuff. I did draw 2 of these cards, which doesn't do anything. So I'm thinking I should probably just add back the Effect Veiler, because I think Effect Veilering the Gilgamesh would probably stop this. As of right now, there's no way I can interact with this board whatsoever. Ah, my face! I don't actually know what any of these do. I don't feel like reading it. I mean, it's not destroying this isn't going to do anything because it's just gonna be pendulum summoned back. So I think I just have to destroy that. Wait, what? Oh, it sends it to the graveyard. I mean, it still doesn't affect Machine X because it can just be pendulum summoned back anyways. Meanwhile, the High Flame King dude can negate spell traps, which basically just kills this entire deck. I guess I can just activate that, but I don't think there's a point in using it. One Dark Magician or one non-ritual monster that... Okay. Then, what does this do again? Do I just add this? I think I add this. Maybe I should have added back the Magician's Rod, therefore I could have another material. And Magician's Rod can just add the Dark Magical Circle. But then it could be easily negated. Don't want to add this. Certain hand. No, okay, I think I add this. Then I return that to deck. And I activate this. Well, I guess I just add that then. What? Wait, isn't this supposed to add a thing? Right, I think it only adds a Dark Magician thing. Okay, so that did nothing. Turn graveyard. Okay, so I think I use that. And I send that to the graveyard. And then I summon that. Thing is, though, I think... Isn't basically every single step in this combo basically a choke point? Because any one thing can be negated, and then I basically just die. Like that. And then now this... I don't think this deck works anymore. So maybe that was why people are running 2 copies of that. Because now this deck doesn't do anything anymore. Okay, let's see here. Well, so this no longer does anything. add triple tax thrust to add the Primite spell. I think I add this. I send that because that doesn't do anything anymore. And this somehow add a banish pile. But what does this deck do, Konami? This deck is completely garbage. It doesn't do anything. Do I summon that? I mean, I no longer have Dark Magician. So I can only select Red Eyes. It summons in a defense position too, so that doesn't do anything either. Okay, so that gets banished. Wait, what? Why am I sending that to my own graveyard? Why are you like this, Konami? Why did you make this? Okay, I guess that's just Jeezy then. Why did you make this deck garbage? Meanwhile, you gave Blue Eyes literally everything. How does this deck work? This deck doesn't do anything, Konami. Okay, so I guess that means I have to add the second copy of Dark Magician. Because if the first Dark Magician gets banished, then this deck doesn't work anymore. So I guess that's why I have to run the second one. Because, well, to be fair, everyone's running Graveyard, like, Graveyard Interruption because of Blue Eyes and Fiendsmith. And all the stuff that affects Fiendsmith affects Dark Magician, except even more. Yeah, I'm having a really hard time. I guess I just have to add the third copy of Effect Veiler, because I wasn't able to do anything at all that game. Jean Paul FC, if you're ready to duel, then I can duel. Otherwise, I will move down the line. Teach you a bit more. I think the problem is I'm not sure what to add. I'm having a difficult time knowing what to add back to my hand. Because maybe adding the Eternal... the field spell, I don't remember what it's called. Maybe adding the field spell was the wrong decision, because the field spell doesn't do anything by itself. You know, I know what'll fix this deck. This deck needs a Link 1 that adds the field spell. Surely that'll fix this deck. Okay, so, I got some more stuff. Do I really just activate this and then just pass? You could just send things to the grave and use Necrofusion. Can Verte Anaconda grab Necrofusion? Send one fusion or polymerization, normal or quick play spell. No, Verte Anaconda doesn't grab Necrofusion. Is there a way to grab Necrofusion? Do I really just Red Ice Fusion pass? Really? Is that really the play, Konami? Just Red Ice Fusion pass? Saw Timaeus and thought I was in trouble. I think what I probably could have done is use the Magician's Souls to... what does this do? Okay, that currently doesn't do anything. I guess I just... Pathfinder is a field spell. Has a field spell to hand at the cost of your normal summon. To be fair, this deck doesn't normal summon a lot. I think I'm just... Okay, I think I just die now. Well, I guess I just activate that then. You know, something tells me that this deck doesn't beat... Something tells me this deck doesn't beat Yugioh Fiendsmith. I'm having lots of doubts that this deck beats Yugioh's Fiendsmith. Well, I mean, the Call by the Grave did activate. So, I'm going to say that you don't have anything else in your hand. But I think I just die because I don't think there's no universe in which this deck can beat Yugioh Fiendsmith. Don't negate, wait for normal summon. Oh, too late. Okay, well I do have that, but I think I just die either way. Wait, what? During opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap card, will this contribute one spellcaster monster, add this to your hand. Okay, so you're telling me that Magician's Rod doesn't do anything. Well, I think I just die now. Konami! Why have you done this to Dark Magicians? Meanwhile, Yugioh exists. Oh. Okay. I mean, you still die anyways, because just all you need are just like 2 Yugiohs, and then I just lose. I don't actually know what Geist Grinder Golem does. It's not over. It is totally over. There's nothing I can do to interact with this. I don't think that would have done anything either, because if I had negated the normal summon, the Nightmare Pain would have still activated. Okay, well, GG, I guess. But what does this deck do? What does this deck do, Konami? Yugioh is the dumbest cheat deck ever for having 0 attack. Hey, Yugioh is perfectly fine. Yugioh Fiendsmith. That's the deck. That's the deck I have the problem with. Yugioh Fiendsmith is the deck. To be fair, I think Yugioh Fiendsmith is really complicated to use, and normally when you're playing it, you have, like, you end on, like, 30 seconds left in the timer, basically. Okay, let's see here. We'll have that, but how am I going to use this? But what does this deck do? Okay, let's see here. Okay, so I think what I do is I add Magician Souls. I have a friend that plays Dark Magician IRL. Maybe I should ask him to teach me how this deck works, because clearly I don't. Okay, so I think what I do here is I dump this Dark Magician to the graveyard. Yugioh should be entirely nerfed. I prefer Trapper spell cards to do damage, not some cheap 0 attack monster. Fiendsmith is actually better. The thing is, though, Yugioh as a fiend, I feel like Fiends are really splashable and everything. So if you nerf Yubel in any way, I think it's basically going to do the tier limit thing, of which it's still going to be somehow playable. Okay, so that adds this. Maybe this adds this. Do I have anything else that I can use here? I don't think so. Can I somehow summon this? What does this do? No, I can't summon that. That doesn't do anything either. What does this do? It doesn't do anything, though. I need another card, but I don't exactly know how to get to it. Because that gets me that, but I don't have anything else that I can fuse into. Does this do anything? No, that doesn't do anything. I really just have to add that and somehow hope that I get something? I think I do. Or maybe I just go into this. Maybe I go into that, and that gets me into the other thing. But this doesn't do anything either. I think I just have to grab that and hope that I get something off of it. Every deck can be playable, yes, but I consider a monster with 0 attack to be the coward way out for battles. You mean like Makonkos? But what does this card even do? What does this card do, Konami? This card doesn't do anything. You're really just send that to the graveyard? And then just send these to the graveyard and hope that I get something? Oh! I actually got something, but there's nothing- I can't do anything with it. What do I do with this deck? How does this hand work, Konami? I really just add Drill Beam Pass? Okay, no, I can do other things as well. Well, I guess Verte Anaconda Pass. Look at 3 + 1 banish. But it backfired on me, so I didn't expect you to have Ash in your hand. I kind of just shotgunned Ash immediately. I guess I just used that. Ah! My face! And then I used these two. This Lordy Load summon from graveyard. Normal summon, special summon from deck or graveyard. Also, you cannot activate. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you cannot activate effects of. Okay, okay. I thought it was only after for the rest of the turn. Well, I guess I just go Dragoon Pass. You're playing it wrong? Tell me something I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. My BF wants to play you? Well, I mean, they can probably get a 9, and I just go down the line and play everyone. I think there is a way to play this, it's just, I don't know what that is. I think I'm super fixated on the Dark Magical Circle searching stuff. This negate the activation. Neither player can target this card with card effects. This has to target, right? Target one card. Okay, so that has to target, so I'm fine letting Dragoon go, I'm fine letting that go through. He's a rogue champion. There is one card I wish was buffed entirely to be great, Ultimate Slayer. They should make it where all extra deck monsters can be sent back to deck, ignoring all effects resistant immunity. You'll be like pendulum monsters. You can add one level 5 monster or one Chimera fusion. I'm going to imperm that. Speaking of pendulum monsters, I really want to play the Funny Burger deck again. Because they're making new Funny Burger deck support, which is the funniest thing ever. Maybe I negate this. I think I negate this. I don't think Drill Beam is useful anymore, because there's no way I can use it. I have no bells. I also made Gimme Ghouls IRL, and I regret that decision entirely. Ah! My face! Took me months of grinding to have enough gems to buy you bell packs. Activate. You're gonna spam my favorites if a normal monster in field of graveyard. Oh! Okay. I forgot that effect did that. I forgot that Ether Barrel did that. Okay, so I can guarantee me getting something. Maybe I grab this. Maybe I grab this. And I use that to draw. I activate half of a pot of greed! And then... And then maybe I use this. And then I grab a Primite Roar. Right, Primite Roar no longer does anything. Oopsies. I mean, I can also just set this too. And then I can destroy that. But you still take the damage! Then... I'm gonna have to... Okay, that's kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to shuffle back the... Actually, no, I can return that. And then I use this. Oh, I'm running out of time! And I summon that. I don't know what that one is, but I don't like it. Go! Attack before something else goes wrong! Dragoon Pass is too strong! Summon Tim and cook him easily. That is one thing I could have done, but I didn't have enough time to figure out how that works because I don't have all of the Dark Magician effects memorized. So I probably would have lost a timeout then. But I probably could have sent the... Actually, I don't know what I send. I think I probably just have to send the Dark Magical Circle, and then I can use that to fuse into something else. But at that point, I don't think it's worth it. Okay, so that is a hand that exists. Okay, I think running 2 copies of these is the way to go, because my hand is pretty good right now. Okay, first of all, I use Lordy Load. And then I think I grab an Ether Barrel. And then I summon the Ether Barrel. Ask my boyfriend you're dueling. And then it gets impermed. Okay, let's see here. Then place 1 card from your hand on top of the deck. Oh! Okay, I see how this... Okay, I understand how this works now. Pick a number between 1 and 3. Could I pick 1.35? Okay, never mind. That doesn't do anything. Okay, in that case, well, I guess I just activate this and hope that something happens. What? Reveal one of them that is Dark Magician or a spell trap that mentions Dark Magician and add to my hand. None of these have been Dark Magician so far! Well, I guess I just summon that guy. And it summons it in the fence position because why not? Well, that still counts as Dark Magical Circle. Oh. Well, I can't summon that, so I have to summon this. Actually, no. I think I just attack first, and then I summon that. And then I get evenly matched. So now I summon Imduck, the World Chalice funny dragon dude. Oh, I can summon that now. What is my graveyard? That. I don't want to use that on that. So Lordy Load. You cannot activate the effects of special summon monsters in the field this turn. So Lordy Load prevents me from summoning this, so I guess I just have to summon this. Spheres! And Imduck is randomly a wind attribute, so I can't do that. So I guess I just set 1 pass. I could... Actually, no, maybe I should have summoned that, because I have this in my hand. So, let's see here. Okay, so there is that. Discard in possession in graveyard. If no monsters in graveyard, you can special summon this card in. Discard a special summon. You can special summon 1 Mondosha monster from your hand or your deck. So that was normal summoned. So I think that's probably fine. During opponent's turn. This can activate during the battle phase. Okay, yes, that can activate during the battle phase. So I guess I just activate this now. And I tribute that. You know Minnow is cooked now. And I return... Can I return Lordy Load? No, I think it's better if I just return that. Maybe I should have summoned Lordy Load. Or maybe I just summoned a Timaeus. Timaeus, the funny dude with 0 attack. That's the name I give you. Right, I can add this back to my hand. As I have Dark Magician in my graveyard. Okay, I'm slowly starting to find out how this deck works, but I still don't think it's that good. Okay. So first of all, I normal summon an Ether Barrel. And grab a Drill Beam. I still don't have Magician's, like, Eternal Soul. Maybe I shouldn't have normal summoned. Oh well. I don't think I need that anymore, do I? Yeah, I don't think I need that anymore. Now I activate that. And I send... that to the graveyard. And I summon the shiny one. And then... I think I used that. I mean, is there a point to summoning this? It's not like I can use it. Okay, but what if I do this? And I banish that. Go, attack! Maybe, I think I missed out on lethal. Because I can't count. And then I go into... another Heretic Seals of the Heavenly Spheres, and then... I mean, I could probably just summon this. Because I didn't use a single effect that turn. I still haven't used Eternal Souls. You did? You could have used Timaeus? Wait, then why did it let me summon this? Oh! Okay. I think I misread this wrong because this is worded really weirdly. I thought that if I had a monster special summon on the field... let's see here. Okay, that's probably fine. I thought that if I had a monster special summon onto the field, I couldn't use its effects for the entirety of the turn of which I'm using Lordy Load. Okay, that's a Typhon. That is fine. Actually, in hindsight, I probably should have waited until you used this effect. Then I could have chained it and negated that effect as well. Oh well. But yeah, I guess it's just... I don't think there's a better chance to use this, so I just use that. But yeah, apparently it's just the monster just can't be summoned, can't be special summoned that turn. So if you special summon it and then wait a turn, you can use it. It's just, I thought it was all turns because it's worded really weirdly. Oh, hello. Hello, Eternal Soul, that is no longer useful. Well, I guess I just go into attack here. Go! Attack! The Dark Magician. I forgot it had that. I forgot it had that animation. Okay, GG. You dueled valiantly. Now that I've added back the Effect Veiler, which... I don't think I drew Effect Veiler. It was just there. I'm thinking... maybe I should just add back the Blue Eyes stuff just to get Dark Magician back into my graveyard. But there's no easy way of getting rid of it, though. Then again, if I add the Blue Eyes... Spirit of Blue Eyes back, that means I can get rid of Imduck. Actually, no, Imduck I still need, in case I need to link Dark Magician off. It's, like, really tricky, right? Because this deck has a lot of random restrictions on it, and has no easy one-card combo. Meanwhile, Wishes for Eyes of Blue exists. Konami? Like, the amount of support they've given Dark Magician is probably either higher or equal to that of Blue Eyes, but the Blue Eyes support is just so much better. Cause like, they gave Dark Magician the Millennium archetype, but like, not Millennium, the Gold Sarcophagus, Shining Sarcophagus archetype, but like, what does that archetype even do other than just summon Dark Magician and have a trap card as a Dark Hole Brageki thing? Blue Eyes is the poster boy of the franchise. That is true. Blue Eyes has money, it can screw the rules. Okay, well I guess Summon Skull isn't ready to duel yet, so I guess I can go next in line. My goal for the end of the stream is to finish my tea. V Phoenix, if you're ready to duel, I can duel you. Or I can move down the line if you're dueling someone else. Okay, well, I guess you're dueling someone else currently, so I guess I can just go back over here. You know, I was like, I really want them to make another Yu-Gi-Oh anime. Is like, I'm kind of, I think I might be in the minority here. Who's next? I guess I can duel. Okay, Sada's next in line, I guess, because I guess Summon Skull isn't ready to duel yet. But if I had to choose between an anime based off of the lore, an actual anime based off of the lore, not just like 3 seconds of people punching each other, an actual proper like 23-minute anime. And if I had to choose between like a lore anime thing or an actual like a bunch of kids playing a card game, I'd actually choose a bunch of kids playing the card game. I'm not that interested in lore anime. I don't know why, it's just not something I'm interested in. Okay, let's see here. What do I have here? I have that, I have this. I have some of those. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, so first of all, I'll use Illusion of Chaos to add... I don't want to add... I will add Magician's Rod to my hand. And I will return Illusion of Chaos to my deck. It says top of the deck, right? From hand and top of the deck. Okay. And then I activate Red Ice Fusion! Dragoon Pass, it's too strong! I keep opening Red Ice Fusion! Still waiting for my turn on the list. Were you in the line? I can't summon anything else, right? Not normal or supposed to summon the turn. Okay, that's fine. I guess I just end turn. I was looking at all the card tables first. Oh, basically just, get in, like, one of the card tables, and then I'll get to you eventually. But, okay, I'll duel you right after- I'll duel you after this duel, then. Oh no! This DPE target? Hold on. Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Phoenix Enforcer. This card is destroyed by battle effect. You can destroy both one card you control and one card in the field. Can this be destroyed by card effect? Let's see. Neither player cannot be destroyed by card effects. I think I let that one go through. Because Dragoon can't be destroyed by card effects, and I have literally nothing else on my field that can be destroyed. However, if you summon something other than DPE, then I might be in trouble. Okay, so there's the Malicious and the Denier, so most likely a DPE. No, that is the Dystopia. Dystopia. I don't remember what this card does. You can target one level 4 lower Destiny hero in graveyard and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack. Okay. Well, I guess I'd still take the damage. Ah! Sit in table 1 now? Alright, I'll duel you next time. I think I have to let that go through. I don't want to, but I think I have to let that go through. I guess... Okay, I guess I have to let that one go through as well. I just have to hope that you didn't somehow hard open, what's his face? Plasma. Surely not. Surely you didn't hard open Plasma. Okay, so there's the Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader is hard once per turn, so I think I have to negate this. I'll get rid of this Drill Beam because it does literally nothing. Surely Plasma isn't a card that exists. I think I might still be just dead here. I mean, Dragoon, to be fair, Dragoon is really difficult to get rid of, but in certain circumstances it can just be attacked over. I actually don't remember what Deceiver does. I haven't played Heroes in like a year and a half. Well, that's not true. I play Heroes in Duel Links, and then I stopped playing it because that's literally what everyone plays in Duel Links, because that deck is absolutely broken and I hate it. Okay, so there's the Neo stuff, but I don't think it can be used this turn because Fusion Destiny locks you into Dark Heroes. Dragoon can be attacked over, but it is going to be difficult to attack over it. Neos, let's go. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be able to be used this turn. Well, there goes the Spirit of Neos. There's the Vision Hero Trinity. Okay, yeah, they can just be attacked over because, you know, reasons. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Konami? Apparently, I need more attack. Apparently, 4,000 attack isn't enough. I need more, according to Konami. Why are you like this, Konami? Okay, well, GG, I guess. Okay, so I'll go there. I think maybe just shotgunning. Maybe I just have to not use Dragoon Pass. Because I drew the Red Eyes. I opened Red Eyes Fusion, but it ended up doing absolutely nothing. So maybe I just have to. I guess I just have to not. I guess I'm just not summoning Dragoon if I open Red Eyes Fusion, because, like, Dragoon by itself doesn't do anything. Why? Why are you like this, Konami? What am I supposed to do? Why are you like this? Why is this card permanently glued to my hand? Well, I guess I just can't summon Dragoon because Konami says that Dragoon doesn't do anything. What the heck? Okay, so there's the Ash Blossom. Okay, let's see here. I really... I think I just have to Dragoon Pass. There's nothing else I can do that's better than Dragoon Pass, but Dragoon Pass doesn't do anything. I mean, I do have better options for next turn than I did last time, but I think I just have to Dragoon Pass. Let's see here. That does that. This does this. Go! Seriously, first turn? I mean, Dragoon... Red Ice Fusion is permanently glued to my hand at this point. However, at least it's not a branded fusion. I guess I just do that. And I guess it's just Dragoon Pass. Dragoon, I'm inevitable. I mean, it can't be run over. Is it a Dark Magician but counts souls? But souls counts? Okay, so there's that. I don't think there's a point in me using this right now. I'm gonna ram over it pretty easily. I knew it! I needed... 4,000 isn't enough. You need... Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid levels of... attack. Okay, so first off, I'll add a Lordy Load. Where I'll activate another Lordy Load and grab an Ether Barrel. Can we get a Defense Man? Same thing with Photon Dragon. To be fair, if you would have, if it got ashed, then I would have just died. Because, for whatever reason, when Red Ice Fusion gets ashed, it gets negated, but I'm still locked from summoning things for some reason. For whatever reason, it still locks me from summoning things, so I think I would have just died then. Ash Blossom doesn't negate Red Ice Fusion, I don't believe it. That's a summon, not an add. Fusion Summon... by using... Okay, oh, GG. And then, doesn't Red Ice Fusion... dump... It can dump things from the deck to the graveyard, and then you can negate it that way. I have gotten Red Ice Fusion negated before. It also works with Lunalights, although no one plays Lunalights. You can ash the Lunalight Fusion, and that works the exact same way. Special summon from the deck. Not the extra deck. It dumps fusion materials from the... It dumps fusion materials from your deck. And that's how you can ash it. I call bull nonsense. I call Konami doing whatever they feel like it and not explaining how the game mechanic works. I called Konami adding a Wen effect to Stardust Quasar Dragon, and for some reason, if you tribute over it using a Kaiju, it misses the timing, and I don't know how. Okay, let's see here. So first of all, I normal summon an Ether Barrel. And then I set a Lordy Load. Then I activate a Lordy Load. And then I add a... I'm thinking of getting rid of Primite Roar. I've never used it in this deck. I think Primite Roar is more useful in the Blue Eyes deck, but it doesn't really do anything here. Okay, let's see here. And then... I activate Magician's Souls. Always consider it unfair to any player if they have no defense first turn. Isn't that basically just Yu-Gi-Oh? I've been complaining about that. I've been complaining about that for Yu-Gi-Oh for 20 plus years. Actually, no. I've been complaining about that since... Brandon was added to the game, and they still haven't done anything about it. Okay, let's see here. So there's that. So now I can activate Soul Servant and get a draw. Where's the rules? There are no rules! Do you see how much money they make by charging you for Duel Links cards? They have the money. They can screw the rules. Okay, anyways. So... what was I doing? I don't remember what I was doing. I think it's that. I don't know. That. Can grab that. I don't have a way of getting that to my hand, though. So maybe... I don't have a way of getting Dark Magician. No, wait, no, yes I do. So I grab this. Your match rule is you're not allowed to one-shot someone on first turn. Isn't that kind of just Yu-Gi-Oh in a nutshell, though? Wait, that's... I can use this more than once per turn? Oh, its second effect is only once per turn. Okay, I see. And then... I want this in my hand. I want this in my hand as well. So, what I can do here is go into Dragoon Pass! Dragoon... There's literal... This deck doesn't do anything else. That's literally the best thing this deck can do. This deck doesn't do anything else. Okay, so I think I set that, and then I set that, and then I end turn here. And then I do have stuff for next turn. It is a little risky though, but I think I use this immediately. Can this activate during the... Just have to only activate during the main phase. Okay. So, I think it's a little risky, but I think I shotgun this immediately. Brother. This deck doesn't do anything else. It only summons Dragoon. That's basically it. If it makes you feel any... okay, what does this do? Special summon that. Okay, so that special summons that. If it makes you feel any better, my friend who I occasionally duel IRL, he uses Dark Magicians. Like, Dark Magician is his favorite deck. And one of my other friends who I duel with sometimes, Tearlaments is his favorite deck. Okay, Tearlaments is his favorite deck. And I consistently have a very difficult time winning versus Tearlaments. I'm going to ash that. I have a difficult time winning against Tearlaments, but my friend, he basically just summoned Dragoon Pass, and my friend who uses Tearlaments literally couldn't do anything because he got Super Poly, but the person that summoned Dragoon didn't have any other monsters, so Super Poly didn't work. Okay. Real one hero, add to 2, I think I drill beam that. Okay, face down has been thrown down. Does this only work when it's in the graveyard? On the fields and in the graveyard. Okay, I see. Ether Barrel gets added to hand. The rematch is happening regardless until the battle happens to go all out. So I grabbed Soul Servant. I think this deck is... To me, this deck feels a lot more like... add that? Yeah, let's add this. Maybe I add this. No, I add this. To me, this deck feels like... it's better in the grind game, but the main issue is that most decks just OTK you. Okay, so I activate this. Considering not holding back. This deck is very high roll, to be fair. This deck is very high rolly, in that sometimes it just absolutely doesn't do anything. It also doesn't do anything turn 2 because it's really easily interruptible. Verte Anaconda gives me nightmares. I know, right? It's as if Konami... It's as if this card should completely be banned. It's like this card should be absolutely banned. That's so weird. I wonder why they haven't done that yet. That's so weird. Why? Why are you like this, Konami? Why haven't you banned this card? Nerf Ultra Rare to not have immunity to all card effects. Speaking of high roll, I was looking at the deck for... They recently added Ancient Gear Golem to Duel Links, and I'm just looking at it, right? They gave it the most broken turn 2 skill that exists, in that if you go second, there's literally nothing your opponent can do, because the skill is just so broken. But if you go first, the deck loses to literally everything. And in Duel Links, you can't choose whether you go first or second. Alright, GG. Not only for the effect to add Red Eyes Fusion, Destiny Fusion, etc., but the monster art is horrifying. To be fair, I don't think anyone plays Verte Anaconda anymore. However, I still think it should be banned, because I think it's just, like, something they just have to design around, because, like, all future cards have to be designed around Verte Anaconda. But they don't design them around Verte Anaconda, because it's banned in TCG and OCG, and they seemingly don't care about designing around Master Duel. I'd rather we just have one format. I mean, that's what I think that's what all the other card games do. I think, like, Digimon TCG recently consolidated it into one format. Can anyone beat the ban out of the UR card? Red Eyes Black Drago? Why hasn't anyone even tried to banish that ultra rare Red Eyes Black Dragon UR in battle yet? It's the only way to stop him. I can see it, but Anaconda's just a way to cheat out DPE or Dragoon. Yeah, to be fair, it doesn't do anything. It's not the most broken thing right now. However, new stuff is going to come out eventually. And eventually, something more broken than DPE or Dragoon will come out. And then that's going to be the new Verte Anaconda target. So, as long as Verte Anaconda is still legal, it will eventually become broken again. Okay. I don't think I've summoned Dr. Mario. I don't think I've dueled Dr. Mario Fan GG yet. So I've actually finished watching... I finished watching The Batman, and I've moved on to watching Beware the Batman. I haven't started watching it yet, but it does seem pretty interesting. I haven't seen a 3D cartoon in a while. Sigh. I mean, The Batman was pretty good, but the last season was kind of mixed. Like, one of my favorite DC superheroes is... let me grab this. I don't know. One of my favorite DC superheroes is Green Lantern. And they did Green Lantern so dirty in The Batman. They had a Green Lantern episode, and we could have had, like, Green Lantern, like, ugh! Sinestro's coming! Quick! Ring thing! Uh-oh. Well, there's that. There's like, oh! Sinestro's coming! Ring! Go! Seek out Bruce! And then, but the ring got attached to the penguin instead, and I'm like, but we could have gotten the episode where Batman gets the power ring, but you gave it to the penguin instead. Every person I've seen on stream that hasn't even tried to use any card effect to ban extra deck so far, GG. Can I go... can I go into DPE this turn? I don't think so, because I don't have another summon. Because, yeah, I can go into that, but I don't think it does anything. Okay, I guess I just have to shotgun the Dark Magical Circle and hope that I get something. Okay. Shotgun something? I'm dominating your room. Dark Magician deck is not hard to deal with. But that gosh darn 4th Chaos Emerald Fusion card is the problem. It is very mean. It is very not nice. Okay, let's see here. I think I just shotgun this. I don't have any follow-up, though, is the thing. And DPE, not DPE, Dragoon, if Dragoon doesn't have any follow-up, then it's kind of... well, not easy, but it's relatively easier to get rid of. I guess I just use that so I can summon this. I mean, it doesn't do anything right now, but it's just a wall. It's just a 2100 vanilla beatstick wall thing. Every fusion, there's one UR card every time. If everyone just banned that thing in extra, that could be easier. To be fair, I did get incredibly lucky there. If I didn't get the Dark Magician, I probably would have just died. Cyberse Monster with that attacks summoned. Have the attack of one face-up monster in the field until the end of the turn. I think I do. This doesn't target. This doesn't target, so I think I do have to negate that. Okay, that is fine. Dragoon cannot be destroyed by card effects. And Ghost Ogre does not negate. Someone can't banish the card, the only way to beat that UR is to overkill Ken's ass. Not my ass! I need that to... do things with. You know what the funny thing is? What is happening? 4-month skipper. Scarson can add 1 level 5 or higher Cyberse monster. I think I ashed that. This might be the wrong decision. If you have another... if you have an Adignister in your hand, then Dragoon can probably be... okay. Okay, that was the correct decision. Did not have an Adignister in hand. Oh, hello. I mean, this card doesn't really do anything right now. That's why UR doesn't have can't be destroyed by battle. I challenge you! I don't know what this card does. Monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack for each card you control. If you're adding this to monster battles, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the game step. When you're adding this to your monster to destroy by battle, you can target one other Cyberse monster with 2300 attack or special summon it. Okay, so currently that doesn't do anything right now. Your opponent activates trap card. Attribute this. Control one, adding this to your monster. I mean, I don't think any of these have graveyard effects, unless Fermund randomly has a graveyard battle trick. So I think I can just activate this now and gain more attack. Wait. I kinda wanted that. I forgot Dragoon has to discard to negate. Okay, so I summon that. I activate Ether Barrel. I guess I just set another Lordy load because I want the Primite Roar in my hand. And then I'll set the Drill Beam back. This is enough attack. This is enough attack. Go! Attack! You have no more cards! I can see the funny animation without worrying about Gores, the Emissary of Darkness. Alright, GG. This deck is very high roll. If you can get the Dragoon off, as well as have Primite stuff in the back row, then this deck is very annoying to deal with. But if you don't get that, then the deck basically doesn't do anything. Okay, I guess I can duel Zap Thunder one more time, but after that, I'm probably going to call it. Because I do have family members coming over later in the day, and we do want to go and eat dinner together. Oh my gosh! Social interaction is too strong! Nani, I lost. Nani? Which reminds me, I need to add back my sound effects. Can I put my sound effects back in? No, I don't have my sound effects on OBS right now. I need to add the— What the— Ah! Okay, sure. Sure. GG, why Ignister so bricky? Ignister is going to be receiving some more support later down the line, and once that support gets added, God help us, the combos are going to be so long. So I do have an Effect Veiler that I can use to negate that. I don't have to worry about Called By as much because a bunch of cards just got set. I've never seen that card before in my life. Once per turn, when a special summon monster opponent controls activates effects, you can negate the activation. Okay. This is a hand that exists. This is a hand that exists. Race fusion. Ah! It's permanently glued to my hand. I have literally no other plays. All of my other cards don't do anything. I've drawn nothing except Red Eye's Fusion. None of my other cards do anything. Okay, so I think what I do here is, I go into battle immediately, and then I attack into that. Yeah, there's no monster in his hand. I have no other monster in my hand. That is the only thing that I drew. I've tried the fusion card and it only works if you freaking have the monster. Or if this card gets permanently glued to my hand. It's permanently glued to my hand today for whatever reason. Can this only destroy monsters? Can destroy one monster and opponent controls? Okay, this only destroys monsters. Wait, this has a destruction effect. During opponent's turn, if this card is sent from your... You send one card from the field, from your hand or field to graveyard. If you do, special summon this card. Okay, that does have a graveyard effect. That I keep forgetting because usually Duel Star is never on the field for long enough. Not gonna lie, I might put Justice Bringer into my deck just because my friend pulled off a jackpot 7? What? That's amazing. Okay, let's see here. This card's normal special summon. Special summon this card. So one card from your hand or field to graveyard. If you do, special summon this card. I think I'm kind of terrified of your face down, so I think I just called by that. Maybe I should have been more frugal with Dragoon's negate effect, but your face downs kind of terrify me, so I think I'm just going to do that. So I throw down 2 face downs and I pass. Okay, so Snake Eyes Ash. If this card is normal, special summon, you can add one fire monster. Send 2 face-up cards you control to graveyard, including this card. So one Snake Eye, Sure. At the risk of this being destroyed, I think I negate that. There's no way a card like Fusion can keep showing. Okay, so there is that. There is the Droplet, which does get rid of this. It does get rid of the Snake Eye Ash, though. This card was something I want. However, I have another Called by the Grave. That was the main reason why I used Called by the Grave to negate the Duel Star instead of the Dragoon. It's because I drew 2 of them. Alright, GG. I drew no monsters that entire duel. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. No, just no. I'm gonna end it there for today. Next week, I will be playing more Master Duel on Saturday. Probably. Something Yu-Gi-Oh! Related next week. It might be on Saturday. I might move it to another day because the Super Mario Mon stream for next week, I don't know when it's gonna happen. It's either going to be on a Saturday or a Thursday, probably. But, yeah, next week is going to be more Super Mario Mon with Noob, and also more something Yu-Gi-Oh! Related. My fusion spell can't be used if you know monster required in your hand. I'm in a tiebreaker. It does send stuff from the deck. Alright, I gotta go anyways. Have a great weekend. But that's gonna be next week. I ended the poll. We got a tie between Beaver Warrior and Celtic Guardian. Beaver Warrior is the funniest card in existence, in my opinion. Even funnier than Big Gabonga. I don't know why, it's just really funny. Check out my duel. I unfortunately do have to go pretty soon, because I will be, like, eating dinner with my family, but I will have to end it there for today. Your win don't count till the battle starts without that fusion card. Use a different fusion. Wait, not that card. Ugh. You mean... I don't remember what this card is called. I did summon Dragoon using Secrets of Dark Magic that one time. So technically that's another fusion card. It is not a fusion card, but it is a fusion card. Every time same fusion card appears one time. But I'm gonna end it there for today, so if you've been watching for this long, I thank you for watching. Is 1 card out of 45? I know, it's been permanently glued to my hand. I have -0 luck stat. It has the ability to destroy the universe, it just chooses not to. But I'm gonna leave it there for today, so if you've been watching for this long, I thank you for watching. I've been Kayeki, you've been beautiful, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!